Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In our previous video we discussed about a physiographic factor, that is aspect, slope, altitude, and today we will discuss about edaphic factors. Let us know what are edaphic factor. Edaphic factor means are those factors that relate to soil. Those are called as edaphic factor. The edaphic factors are here the soil pH, the soil structure, that is humus, then soil types. Okay, let us start with the first one, pH of the soil. pH of the soil, we know that is a measure of how acid or alkaline soil is, and we can measure the soil pH using the pH scale. Here the soil pH is very important because in soil only we can find so many microorganisms, and obviously the plants that they get the nutrition from soil only. So the well growth of the microorganisms and well growth of the plant, it depends upon the soil fertility and also soil pH. So it makes a big impact for the well growth of the animals and plants. And pH of the soil we can measure in the pH scale. pH scale is the one which has start from 1 and 14 number. Okay, if the when you call soil is acidic, means when the pH is below 7, then we call it as it's a acidic soil. When the pH is above 7, then we call it as alkaline soil. Here the example I have taken is hydrogen flowers. Okay, the beauty of these hydrogen flowers is they are very colorful according to the pH. They are going to change the color when the pH is going to change. That is why they are called as pH indicators. They represents the pH indicator. The color indicates, by looking at the color you can say that okay, the pH of this plant of this soil is this. Like that we can say. Okay, we can find out acidic soil. If it is acidic soil, the pH is below 7. That time this hydrogen flower color will be blue in color. When the soil is alkaline, the pH which is above 7, these flowers will look like in pink color. Okay, that's about the pH of the soil. Let us move on to the next one, that is soil structure or humus. Here we know that humus is very important because the decomposed organic matter is called as humus, and it gives the top soil and it is darker in color. And let us know what is duff. Duff means here which is not completely decomposed. That is called as duff. Okay. Let us go on to the few more points. Here, if you look at the types of the humus, there are two types of humus. That is morous humus and mullous humus. Let us know what is morous humus. Here morous humus means where in the humus there is a lack of microbes, or there is a lack of earthworms. Those humus is called morous humus. And if there is a presence of microbes or like earthworms, then that humus is called as mullous humus. These are the points I would like to mention. Okay, let us move on to the soils rich in humus or fertile soils. We know that I have explained this. Obviously soil should have to, if the soil is rich in humus, that means that is very fertile soil. Let us move on to the next topic, that is soil types. Here I made list of 3 types of soil, that is sand, clay, loam soil. And we can differentiate these by the size of the particles they have. Here sand retains very little water, okay, and the large the sand which has the large sized particles. We can familiar with the sand which has the large sized particles. And soil feels gritty. Here soil feels very gritty, means like which is very has a large particles and which is very rough like kind. That actually the means sand. Next, coming to the clay. Clay contains the very small sized particles, and soil feels sticky, and you can see that soil feels very sticky, and it has large amount of the large amount of water retention power. It is going to retain the large amount of water. Okay, I just made a mistake there. Okay, I corrected it now. Okay, fine, because it is handwritten. I hope you understand. Fine. Okay, let us move on to the next one, that is Loma soil. Here Loma soil is a mixture of particle size, means it is like not two, it's a mixture of big and small particle size. It includes all the size of the particles, and the Loma soil feels very soapy, and it is water retention power is here in this case is moderate. It retains the water in a moderate amount. It retains moderate amount of water. Okay, this is about the soil types. Let us move on to the types of plants which has been characterized by Warning in the year 1909. First one, lithophytes. Here lithophytes means the plants which are growing on rocks, those are called as lithophytes. The next one, chasmophytes, means here the plants which are growing in rock surfaces, means in the rock surfaces we can see the plants which are growing there. So in the rock surfaces plants which are grows, those plants are called as chasmophytes. Then next one, psammophytes, are plants which are growing on sand. Next one, halophytes, are those plants which are growing on saline soil. Okay, saline soil. Then the plants, next one, the auxiliophytes. Auxiliophytes are the plants which are growing in acid soil. Here halophytes means saline soil, means like salt. It has the salt content more in the soil. Then auxiliophytes means growing in acidic soil. Those plants are called as auxiliophytes. Okay, these are the categories which has been given by the Warning. That's about these 5 plants. Let us move on to the types of transported soil. Glacial soil carried by glaciers. Eolian soil carried by wind, which is carried by wind. Then alluvial soil carried by running water, and colluvial soil which is carried by gravity. Then lacustrine soil which is carried by lake, and marine soil which is carried by ocean. Okay, these are about the types of transported soil. For more updates, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone.